Not everyone is who they pretend to be. We live in a world where masks are not just worn, they are carefully crafted, painted, and polished. Some people wear their masks for so long, and with such desperate conviction, that they completely forget who they really are underneath. They become the illusion, but no matter how perfectly constructed the facade might be, the mask always slips. It doesn't usually happen in grand, dramatic moments. Instead, it happens in the quiet subtleties of their everyday language. It slips through the cracks of their carefully chosen words. Listen closely to the people around you. The manipulators, the users, and the chronically toxic all share the same invisible script. They rely on specific verbal formulas to disarm your intuition, lower your defenses, and control the narrative. If you know what to listen for, their own words will always betray them. Here are the 7 phrases fake people love to use, the hidden psychology behind why they say them, and exactly what you need to know to protect yourself. Phrase number 1, I'm just being honest. At first glance, honesty is a virtue. It is the cornerstone of trust, integrity, and genuine connection. But in the mouth of a fake person, honesty is not a virtue. It is a weapon. When someone prefaces a harsh, unnecessary, or cruel statement with, I'm just being honest, they are not offering you constructive truth. They are being rude. And they are trying to camouflage their cruelty as a moral high ground. This phrase is a manipulative shield. It is designed to make you feel as though you cannot defend yourself against their attack, because if you get upset, you are simply unable to handle the truth. Real, genuine honesty is delivered with tact, empathy, and the intention to help you grow. It is spoken carefully, but fake people use this phrase as a free pass to tear you down without taking any social responsibility for the damage they cause. They want the thrill of insulting you without facing the consequences of being labeled a bully. The next time someone delivers a verbal strike, followed by, I'm just being honest, recognize it for what it is. It is not an act of courage. It is an act of cowardice. Phrase number 2, don't take it the wrong way. This is the ultimate preemptive strike in the manipulator's playbook. Think about what this phrase actually means. Before the words have even left their mouth, they already know that what they are about to say is offensive, inappropriate, or hurtful. They know it is wrong. That is exactly why they are saying it. By telling you not to take it the wrong way, they are attempting to control your emotional reaction before you even have a chance to process the insult. They are setting a trap. If they insult you and you react with justifiable anger or hurt, they can immediately turn the tables and say, see? I told you not to take it the wrong way. You're too sensitive. They have successfully shifted the blame from their offensive comment to your completely normal reaction. This phrase is an absolute hallmark of a fake person because it demonstrates a complete lack of accountability. A genuine person who accidentally says something hurtful will apologize after the fact. A fake person will demand immunity before the crime is even committed. When you hear, don't take it the wrong way, brace yourself. You are about to be targeted, and the person targeting you wants you to smile while they do it. Phrase number 3, you can trust me. Pay extremely close attention to this one. Trust is a silent language. It is built over thousands of tiny, consistent actions. It is established through reliability, integrity, and time. Trust is never spoken. It is proven. When someone explicitly feels the need to look you in the eye and say, you can trust me, your internal alarm bells should instantly start ringing. Why? Because genuine, trustworthy people never have to advertise their reliability. Their actions have already done the talking. They do not need to convince you of their character, because their character is self-evident. Fake people, on the other hand, know that their actions do not inspire confidence. They know there is a void where their integrity should be. So they try to fill that void with words. They attempt to fast-track intimacy and bypass your natural, healthy skepticism by verbally demanding your trust. It is the salesman selling a broken car who keeps repeating, I promise this is a great deal. The more someone insists that you can trust them, the more you should immediately question their motives. Never hand over your trust just because someone asked for it. Make them earn it, silently, through their behavior. Phrase number 4, I'm not dramatic. Whenever someone introduces themselves to you by claiming they hate drama or that they are simply not dramatic, you can almost guarantee that chaos follows them everywhere they go. This is a classic case of projection. Fake people are deeply addicted to conflict. They thrive on the energy of interpersonal turmoil. It makes them feel important, powerful, and central to the lives of others. However, they also know that society frowns upon drama queens and toxic instigators. To protect their image, they will loudly declare their hatred for drama, positioning themselves as the innocent, exhausted victim of a chaotic world. But if you watch them closely, you will realize that they are always at the epicenter of the storm. They are the ones whispering the rumors. They are the ones twisting the words. They are the ones lighting the match and then acting completely shocked when the house burns down. When someone says, "I'm not dramatic," what they are really telling you is, "I am the architect of the drama, but I will never admit it." Distance yourself from these people immediately. Their storms will eventually become your storms if you stand too close. Phrase number 5. You're overreacting. This phrase is the dark, beating heart of psychological manipulation. It is the core mechanism of gaslighting. When a fake person does something to hurt you, cross your boundaries, or disrespect you, your natural biological and psychological response is to react. You might get angry. You might cry. You might demand an explanation. Instead of looking at their own behavior and apologizing, the fake person will look at you with calm, calculated eyes and say, "You're overreacting." Let's translate what that phrase actually means. It means, "I refuse to take accountability for my actions, so I am going to make you feel crazy for having a normal human reaction." By labeling your response as an overreaction, they invalidate your feelings. They shift the spotlight away from their toxic behavior and shine it entirely onto your emotional state. Suddenly, the argument is no longer about what they did to you. It is about how irrational and unhinged you are being. This is incredibly dangerous because, over time, it makes you stop trusting your own reality. You start to wonder, am I too sensitive? Am I the problem? No, you are not. Do not let them hijack your reality. If it hurt you, it hurt you. Their refusal to acknowledge your pain does not make your pain invalid. Phrase number 6. I'd never lie to you. Context is everything when it comes to human communication. If you accuse someone of lying and they defend themselves, that is a normal interaction. But when someone offers the phrase, "I'd never lie to you," completely unprovoked, when no one has even questioned their honesty, that is a massive, glowing red flag. Why would someone feel the need to spontaneously declare their truthfulness? Because their conscience is heavy. Because deceit is their baseline, and they are actively trying to manage your perception of them. Fake people are constantly playing a game of psychological chess. They know that they operate with hidden agendas, so they try to preemptively disarm your suspicions by volunteering statements of absolute loyalty and honesty. It is the equivalent of someone walking into a room and shouting, "I didn't steal the money," before anyone even knew the money was missing. Genuine people assume that their honesty is understood. They don't feel the need to constantly verbalize it. When someone brings up their own honesty unprovoked, it is often because they are currently lying to you, or they are preparing the ground to lie to you in the very near future. Phrase number 7. I'm different. This is the ultimate siren song of the fake person. Whether it is in a romantic relationship, a new friendship, or a business partnership, the fake person loves to separate themselves from the rest of humanity. They will listen to your stories about how you have been hurt, betrayed, or let down in the past, and they will look at you with intense faux sincerity and say, "I would never do that to you." I'm different. Here is the cold, hard truth. Real people do not say they are different. They simply are. Authentic individuals do not need to compare themselves to the ghosts of your past to prove their worth. They rely on their consistent day-to-day character to demonstrate who they are. When someone verbally insists that they are different, they are usually a chameleon. They have studied your wounds. They have figured out exactly what you want to hear, and they are adopting the exact persona required to win your favor. They are playing a character named different to get access to your life, your resources, or your heart. But a mask can only be worn for so long. Eventually, the character breaks. The mask drops, and you realize they were not different at all. In fact, they were exactly like the rest, just better at hiding it. So how do we navigate a world filled with masks? How do we protect our peace, our energy, and our lives from fake people? The answer lies in mastering the art of silent observation. You must train yourself to become profoundly unimpressed by words. Words are cheap. Words are easy. Anyone can memorize a script. Anyone can learn the right things to say to sound honest, loyal, and true. But behavior? Behavior never lies. Patterns never lie. Consistency never lies. If you want to know who someone truly is, turn off the volume on their words and strictly watch their actions. Watch how they treat people who can do absolutely nothing for them. Watch how they behave when they don't get what they want. Watch what happens when you set a firm boundary and tell them no. The real person will always emerge in moments of friction, disappointment, and inconvenience. Remember this fundamental truth: loyalty does not scream. It doesn't need to post long paragraphs on the internet about how loyal it is. It doesn't need to shout its devotion from the rooftops to ensure everyone is watching. True loyalty, true honesty, and true character, they whisper. They whisper in the way someone shows up for you on your darkest day without being asked. They whisper in the way someone defends your name in a room where you are not even present. They whisper in the quiet, unglamorous moments of unwavering consistency over years and years of friendship. Do not be seduced by the loud declarations of fake people. Do not let their cleverly disguised phrases bypass your intuition. Keep your circle small, keep your boundaries impenetrable, and always remember to watch what they do, not what they say.